Hi everyone, welcome back to Piano Made Simple, the place where future musicians come to get inspired. So today, before we dive right in, the weather is quite cold and I have a little cough, so you might see me drinking water or clearing my throat, so just take it as part of the lesson. It's going to be an interesting one. So right now you can see me holding my saxophone and you can see me on my keyboard as well. So our lesson for today, we're going to begin a new series titled Learning Keyboard Using Saxophone. So this video is more about an introduction, and what this is going to talk about is what this talks about is how you can learn the keyboard using another different instrument. But for this scenario where you're learning the keyboard using the saxophone, I have noticed that while I've been releasing a lot of videos, some people still had some, let's say, little concerns with, I feel you know this instrument, you've been playing this for years, so what you're showing us, maybe you need to go slower, or we still feel you're more like a genius playing it. So it's like maybe we're not on the same wavelength. And I've been thinking about that for months. What can I do at least to keep people interested in learning an instrument that they like, and what can be done about it? So I've been thinking about that for months. So I came up with the idea of learning the new instruments, which is on my Instagram page. I put it there. You can check Piano Made Simple. That's the Instagram page for my channel. I put it there as well. What instrument do you want to see me learn? So I've never played the saxophone in my life. I don't know what this was all about. I went to get it yesterday after the poll was concluded by my followers that I should play the saxophone. So I went to get the saxophone yesterday, and I have no idea of anything going on here. You might hear me play one or two things, but to be honest with you, before God and man, I have no idea. So that's just the concept behind it. So I got the saxophone so I can learn this instrument right from the scratch without having any idea. Then over time I show you how I do to practice, like the things I do, how I practice, the challenges I face, and ways I overcome them. So I also want you to incorporate that into how to learn how to play the keyboard. So that's just what the idea of this whole series is all about. So the series is going to continue, and also my normal videos as well are going to continue. I'm going to post more about how to use the saxophone to play the keyboard more often. So that's what this series is all about. Okay, so let's dive right into business. So as you can see over here now on the saxophone, as a keyboardist, the first thing you need to learn is, how do I take care of my instrument? Understand the instruments. What are the do's and don'ts? So for a keyboardist now, you know that before you play your instrument, get a dry towel, or let's say wipe. Not wipes. Wipe out like it's damp. No, just something dry, or dry cloth. Clean your instrument. Clean your instrument before you play it every morning, or whenever you see there's dust. But I advise every morning before you play your instrument, try to clean it. That's the first way you take care of your instruments. I've had issues whereby I didn't clean my keyboard, and maybe dust accumulated inside, and maybe the keys were just unaligned. I've had that issue based on experience. But in learning how to play the keyboard, you need to know how to take care of your instrument first. So that's the first thing you should do. Why for the second one? Now you can clean your instrument. So something else I learned just based on the less than 12 hours I've had the saxophone is, how do you hold your instrument? So I don't know if the saxophone is quite long, but if you look at this very well, there's a way it's being held. So it's what we call the thumb rest. I don't know if you can see that over here, it's black. So I put my thumb here to hold it. Then this is on my neck. Put my thumb here to hold it. Then it also has a black spot here to see it very well. So I hold that as well. So that's how you hold it. Your thumb here and your other thumb, your left thumb here. Plus the strap on your neck. Push it to your right hand side. You can put it anywhere, but for a starter like me, put it to your right hand side. That's how you hold your instrument. Okay, good. So now for a keyboardist that is learning, the way you should hold your instrument should be, okay, you can't see, okay, what can I do right now? Okay, let's go. The way you should hold your, let's say, hold your note, you need to know how to hold your notes on keyboard, because the keyboard you're not holding technically, it has a stand, right? So all you're doing is sitting down. So I'm going to talk about how do you sit down. You sit down in an upright position, right? So you don't sit down like this. You don't sit down like this. You sit down like this in an upright position, right? Like lay your back up, like you get something like this. That's how you should sit. Because posture matters as well. Because you'll be on the keyboard for a long period. If you want to play for long hours, let's say 1 hour, 2 hours, or even more. If you're in a slanting position, it's going to tell on you over time. So it's advisable you sit in upright position. So like this, not like this, and not like this, but like this. You get? That's how you should sit when you're trying to play the keyboard. So, and after that, so something else I learned now is, what are your finger positions? How do you position your fingers on the keyboard? So I'm going to show you that in the picture. You see on you're going to see the picture soon. So as you can see, this is how you hold it. This is how you show like your hand position on the keyboard when you hold a key, or you hold some notes and you put it that way. So there's what we call the 1-3-5 principle. In my earlier videos I've talked about that, but I don't mind talking about that again. The main point is that you understand. So this is your 1, this is your 3, this is your 5. So 1, 3, if I can do my hand very well, 1, 3, 5, Spider-Man. I don't think this guy does it. So this is it, 1, 3, 5. That's how you should hold your notes. So the 1 holds the first note, the third finger, this one holds the third note, the 5th holds the 5th note. It does like do, mi, so, right? So see, that's how it works. 1, 3, 5. So something next again, because this is more of an introductory video, right? Just how you should handle your instrument and how you should handle your body playing the instrument. So for the saxophone, if you look at it very well, what I just showed you, I'm still learning, so this might not be perfect yet, but I'm still learning. So now it's like this. I want to play, right? I've adjusted my I don't know what they call this, I've forgotten the name. I'm such a bad learner. So I've adjusted my thumb, my right hand, my thumb, my left hand, right? So now this goes to my mouth. As I'm playing, and you see my fingers, right? So you see, so saxophone, use your 4 fingers on your right forearm and your left. So now you see they are free after I've held this. Can you see they are free? Okay, I'm holding it, but you see now. Okay, now what's next now? What note do I want to play? And from what I know, I think I can play the what do you call it? The A note. This is A, I guess. That should be the A, and I think this is B. Yeah, so that's A, that's B. When you play, you can see here the air sound, like I'm trying to push in air. This is just less than 12 hours, right? I feel I'm on the right track. Just give me some time. So I also want you, as you're learning your keyboard, right? I don't expect you like less in 1 month to be doing like magic, like you play is awesome, like people are sitting there, wow, who is this guy? No, it doesn't go like that. It takes time, over time. That's why I'm like, you should be much more, how will I put it? What do you call it? Rather being consistency is what matters the most. Rather than you just trying to put in, let's say in a day, 5 hours of practice, and the next time you do that, let's say 1 or 2 weeks away from now. Someone that does practice for 1 minute every day for the 2 weeks is going to actually get the concept more than you. Because if you do 1 minute for 2 weeks, that's 14 minutes, and you do 5 hours in 2 weeks, you might look like, okay, I spent a lot of time more. But the way the brain works and the way the human system works, it doesn't work that way. Your brain prefers doing what they call it, doing something repeatedly, even though for a short period of time, it's going to get used to it rather than you just do it once at a go. You come back the next day to look like you've never even seen that instrument before. The way you're going to play it, look like you've never seen that instrument before. So that's it. That's this for how to practice. I'm also going to follow the same technique with my saxophone now. And one more thing. I've mentioned the first thing. How do you care for your instrument? Clean it up before you play it. One. Secondly, I also mentioned, okay, how do you hold your instrument and your finger positions? That's for the keyboard, the 135. And the third thing I mentioned was consistency. It's better to spend 1 minute every day than 5 hours in one day for 2 weeks. And the last thing I also mentioned, when you're aspiring to learn something, right, you need to follow people that are doing what you want to be or doing what you like to do. So me, upon getting the saxophone, I follow, how will I put it? I follow people that are good with the saxophone. I love their playing. That was like the first thing I did. Either on Instagram, either on YouTube, people that I can learn from, that can teach me. I follow them. So you, as you learn the keyboard, in as much as you're following Piano Made Simple, I just believe in, how will I put it? I feel you have a lot of options. You can follow me. I have what's unique about my channel. Other channels, you can follow them as well. They have what's unique about their channel. So it's not a must. You must follow Piano Made Simple. But if that's the first step for you to get to step 2, that's alright by me. So you can follow Piano Made Simple. You can follow other channels that do like anything about keyboard or how to play the keyboard or anything. Follow them. Follow a lot of them. That's how you can actually learn. When you're following people that are doing what you want to do, you learn a lot of things that took them time. So that's the fourth thing I'll recommend for you in this introductory video. One more recap again before I end it for this video. Clean your instrument before you play them. Secondly, your hand positioning. Like for this instrument, I have to carry it, as I mentioned earlier, but for the keyboard, you don't have to carry it. It has a stand. You get your hand from the position 1, 3, 5. Your do, mi, so. So your hands position 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5, 1, 3, 5. That's the third thing I mentioned. Why the fourth thing I mentioned? No, that was the second thing I mentioned. The third thing I mentioned was consistency. It's better to take 1 minute every day to practice for 2 weeks rather than take 5 hours to practice in 1 day for 2 weeks. 1 minute might look like nothing, and that's the biggest problem a lot of people have. 1 minute is nothing. Why don't I just take like 30 minutes? No, trust me, I've done this for a while. Take 1 minute, practice that stuff. As soon as the timer reaches 60 seconds, end it. Go about your day, do what you want to do. It doesn't have to feel like work. When it feels like work, over time your mind tries to run away from it. Do your 1 minute every day for 2 weeks and come and tell me the difference. And the last thing I'll mention, follow people that you want to be like or you want to sound like. Either on Instagram, either on YouTube, either on any social media platform, or even in person, right? Be around them. That's the fourth recommendation I'll give you, or advice. So that's it for our introductory video of learning the keyboard using the saxophone. So you're gonna see more of these videos, and if you enjoyed this and you watched till the end, I'm gonna give you a bonus now. And the bonus is, this takes time. This might sound so short. This takes time. Just 3 words. This takes time. That's my bonus for you. So no pressure on yourself. This takes time. I'm learning this instrument now. I know in 2-3 months I might not be anywhere, right? I'll learn a few things, but it takes time. It takes years, right? It takes time. So no pressure on yourself. That's my bonus for you. It takes time. So if you watched this video to the last moment, on the comment section you enjoyed it, right? It takes time. Put that in the comment section if you enjoyed this video to the end. And with that being said, thank you for listening, and watch out for the next video, because this is really going to be a very interesting series. So bye for now.